Hello, hi, welcome. MSJVR is my initials, but you can all call me by my nickname, which is Nika. Today, I'm going to be talking about some of my favourite things during the month of November. But before we continue, consider subscribing if you like the content and would like to stick around. Anyway, let's get on to the video. Okay, you guys, so today I'm going to be talking about some of my favourite things within the month of November. I hope you all don't mind. I am using my ring lights. For those who don't know, I try to always use natural lighting in all of my videos, but of course with the new daylight saving hours, well, it's not really new anymore, but the daylight saving hours, I am going to be using my ring lights from now on. So if I look different, it's because makeup will always look different within different types of lighting. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out there. If this video looks a lot brighter in comparison to some of my other videos, so yeah. Okay guys, so the first thing I want to talk about in my favorites video is actually some shoes. Okay, so I bought these specific pairs of shoes I'm about to show you off of Depop. So I bought these second hand and I'm in love with them. And they're a bit messy because I did go for a walk in them, so they do need a bit of a wipe, so I apologise in advance. But they're some of my favourite shoes that I have been loving at the moment, and you probably have seen them if you follow me on Instagram, shameless self-promotion. I have been wearing these shoes in a lot of outfit posts, and it is these combat boots. So I think these are originally from H&M, and they are this like Doc Marten style shoe with silver hoops, shoelace hoops things. Yeah, that's a thing, and they have a bit of a platform and they go up to the ankle, and I am in love with these. So these have been some of my go-to shoes and I love styling with these on. But yeah, I'm super happy that I was able to thrift such a cool pair of shoes, which I actually love, and the great thing is it has a zip, so you don't actually have to change the laces or anything. So yeah, I'm really happy with this thrifted purchase, and I love boots. For those who don't know, I love wearing boots, so this makes me very happy. Hence why I wanted to mention it in my November favourites video. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is actually a skincare product which I actually hated at first. Like, I hated it at first. But now it actually has become one of my favourite skincare items ever. Especially right now during the colder months, I have been absolutely loving this product. So the product that I'm talking about is this. So this is the COSRX Aloe Soothing Sunscreen. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this particular sunscreen at the moment because I used to just use the Purito ones, and I have been using that for a couple of months. However, as soon as the colder months started to hit, I've been really gravitating towards this one. The first time I actually used this particular sunscreen, I didn't have the best experience with it because it is a hydrating sunscreen, and for those who don't know, or for those who are sick of me talking about this, but I have oily skin, and it actually prompted my skin to be even more oilier. And because the more oilier your face is, the more you're likely to break out, or well, that's what I find with my skin. The more oilier that I am, I tend to break out way more. So I was quite hesitant in using this, and the first time I did use it, it just made me look very greasy after a few hours of wearing this on its own. However, for the colder months, I find that this is really good, and now that my skin has gotten used to more hydrating properties and more hydrating skincare products, it's been really loving this. And yeah, I've just been really enjoying this skincare product. I think I got mine off of Yes Style, I think. However, I know some people are quite conscious about purchasing from Yes Style. So the other service that I do use in the UK is, I think, Pure Soul. Pure Soul also sell COSRX products, and I think Beauty and Soul also do that as well. They are both UK-based online retailers which ships in K-beauty products, whether that's makeup or skincare, and they'll ship them over and they'll sell them here. I find that their packaging and their postal services are way more caring towards some of the products that I do order from them, because whenever I have purchased from Yes Style, some of the boxes of some of my Korean skincare products were damaged, and luckily the product inside isn't damaged. But if you are very conscientious of that, definitely go check out Beauty and Soul and Pure Soul if you're interested in purchasing some K-beauty products. Also, the brand is cruelty-free as well, so if you're someone like me who only tries to predominantly purchase only cruelty-free stuff, definitely check this one out. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is some makeup that I have been enjoying this month. So the first makeup product, which I have to give a huge shout out to, which is actually a product that was the main focus in my previous video, which is this. So if you haven't seen my previous video, I made my own DIY cushion foundation by mixing all my foundations into it. So it was a very, very fun video. I'll link it in the icon and in the description below. But I had so much fun making this. This has done super well. Like, I've been wearing this out for quite a bit for the past like 2 weeks or so since I last made that video, and I'm having so much fun just playing around with this cushion foundation that I made, but also wearing it outside. I do tend to find it now it is a little bit more warm toned than I anticipated, meaning that I have a lot of foundations in my collection that are slightly warm toned, which is a little bit concerning, but you know, I can still make them work. Okay guys, so the next items I want to talk about is another set of makeup products, which is actually 2 eyeshadow palettes. That's 4. It was 2 eyeshadow palettes, and both the eyeshadow palettes are these. So these are the Revolution collaborations with the Patricia Bright, and these are both of her eyeshadow palettes. So the first one here is the Rich in Life palette, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and this palette I've actually been gravitating towards, in particular for the nudie, more neutral shades, because as much as I love my colourful eyeshadow looks, for more everyday wear I do tend to reach more neutral based, and at the moment these are the colours I've been reaching for. Also, I'm in love with the shimmers. They are like the putty shimmers that Revolution does sometimes, where, like, I don't know if you can see here, if I press it, it's putty, and they're so fun to play around with. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this. Also, this putty formula looks absolutely gorgeous on the eyes, and I know Revolution has done that for previous eyeshadow palettes, and I'm very, very happy that they're continuing to do so, because it's so fun to not only play around with, but also looks beautiful and it feels great to touch. That's such a weird thing to say. But anyway, I've been really enjoying this particular eyeshadow palette. I don't know, I just don't know why. I just prefer, at the moment, these sorts of neutral shades. Also, if I ever wanted to go a little bit more colourful, I've got the options here. And her next palette is this one. So this is the Rich in Colour palette, which I've been loving. Like, look at that. It's pretty good. I will say though, I do kind of wish there was a little bit more of an arrangement of colours, because it's a little bit confusing. Like, I kind of can see where it was going. Like, this is like purples, greens in the middle, but then you got like the 2 greens there, which doesn't really make sense. Anyway, so I can kind of see somewhat of an arrangement, but you know, I do kind of wish that it was arranged slightly better. But anyway, I've been really enjoying this palette. In particular, this shade, Green Juice. It's not one of the putty shades, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Like, lime green shade, which is stunning. I will say though as well, I don't use glitter, so I do stay away from the glittery ones. So basically the shade Love Song, I stay away from that. I stay away from Wow, I think that's how you're supposed to say it, and Flames. I stay away from any form of glitter because I hate glitter with passion. So I think that would be the only things that I don't like about this palette, but everything else I really love it. And again, the green that green juice shade, and these ones as well, and this green like shimmer shade called No Exit is absolutely stunning. They both have become some eyeshadow palettes that I have been really reaching for within the past month, and I just wanted to share with you all so you can see what I am using. Yes. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is music, and I will say I have listened to a lot of musicians this month, and there's been a lot of album releases in particular within the K-pop industry, and I've been really enjoying a lot of K-pop albums that I've been listening to from some of my favourite K-pop groups. I really love the Mamamoo new album, but I don't know what it's called. I just know that I love the song Chuck, Diamond and Aya. I love those songs from that new Mamamoo album. From BTS, of course, the new BTS album B has just been dropped, and I will say I think Life Goes On is probably my favourite song out of the album, minus Dynamite, because I still love Dynamite. But I like to think of that as its own album and its own single, because I know they released that one before B, so I do really like that one. However, those are not my favourites of this month. I actually have a different group which I've been loving every single one of their songs from this mini album, which is Tomorrow by Together's new album, which is the minisode, Blue Hour minisode album, and I've been loving it. I don't know if it's like a conscious bias thing where, you know, Tomorrow by Together is my first K-pop group that I stand, and I don't know if it's because I relate to them a little more because they are around my age. Also, I really like the way the members present themselves, as well as how they interact with not just themselves but with the MOAs. I don't know, I just don't know why, and I've just been really enjoying their new album, which is Blue Hour. I've been really enjoying every single one of the songs on it. My favourite song from out of all of the 5 would have to be Ghosting, because I keep repeating that song every single time. Like, I don't know why, I just keep repeating it and I just love listening to that song, and hence why Tomorrow by Together's new album is going to be in my favourites video. I did say some honourable mentions, as previously said, those are my honourable mentions, but definitely Tomorrow by Together's new album is my favourite of this month, so yes. Also, if they ever are watching this, hi, I'd like to be your friend. And you guys are the first ever K-pop group that I ever stand, so yeah. You guys are cool, keep doing what you're doing, I'm enjoying your music, as well as your cover songs. By the way, they do really good cover songs, for those who do not know. They have done really amazing ones, and I would highly recommend for you all to listen, so yeah. On to the next favourite thing. And lastly guys, the last thing I wanted to mention in my favourites video is actually a video game. So again, for those who do not know, I love to play video games in my free time, and there has been one game I've been adoring and I just cannot help but love playing at the moment, and I'm so excited because as soon as I'm finished filming this video, I'm gonna be playing it tonight. So that's how much I love this game, which is Phasmophobia. And basically you play as a ghost identifier. You're not really a hunter, but you go into abandoned houses, schools, prisons, asylum, and you have to go find the ghost and identify it. And you get money every time you're able to identify the ghost, and there's also additional objectives which also get you additional money. And whilst you're trying to figure out what type of ghost it is and earn money from this ghost identifying job, you also have to try and survive and make sure it doesn't go and hunt and kill you, which is pretty scary because the models that they use are quite Especially recently they added someone that just crawls on the floor after you, and it was But I don't know, it's just been such a fun game, and because it's quite a new game as well, of course there's going to be a lot of different things that need to be done to, you know, make it better than it already is. But it's just been such a absolutely fun game to play. Another great thing about this video game, it has proximity chat, so you can actually hear people go in and out of different rooms. The further they go, the quieter they become, and they made it so that your mic picks up everything and anything. So if you're trying to be quiet and you say something, the ghost will come find you if it's trying to hunt you, and it will kill you. So that's a thing. You can play it by yourself, or you can play it up to 4 different people in a lobby, and it's just so fun to just go into like different houses or different you know, abandoned areas just to try and find a ghost and identify what type of ghost it is. Say if you're someone who's more of a completionist gamer, or a gamer that, you know, wants to try and get better and better, this might be a better game for you. It isn't that action based, I will say. You are not going to be killing ghosts. You are literally there to identify and not to get killed by them. So you are not the Ghostbusters, unfortunately, but you are the ghost identifiers. I guess that's the best way you can say it. The sound design of this game is really, really good. Super scary, but really, really good. Like, you can, as soon as you go into abandoned buildings, everything just gets quiet. And it just sounds so eerie, and I love that. I love the way that the game is going. I love the game design at the moment, and I've been having so much fun with friends, just messing about, but also, you know, trying our best to identify ghosts. So yeah, I definitely would recommend if you are trying to look for more of a fun horror game that isn't too action-based, I guess that's the best way to say. It is definitely really fun. And you can either play by yourself, but it's more fun if you play with others, I will say. So, yes. I also want to add, I'm going to show on screen some really good quality photos that I took in the game of the ghosts, because you can actually also take pictures of the ghost, and they're really scary. Yeah, so here you go. This is what they kind of look like, and they can, you know, there's different models for them, and like I said, this game is still in development, so there is so much more and so much potentiality this game is going to go, and I'm really, really excited to keep following this game because I'm having so much fun playing it. So yeah, this video game has definitely been one of my favourite things in November. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, what are some of your favourite things this month? Let me know. And finally, you guys, consider subscribing if you like the content and would like to stick around. And thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye bye!